The Devil Wears Prada 2 is out on Disney Plus following a successful theatrical run, sequel to the 20-year-old hit, returning director David Frankel, returning cast of Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt, Stanley Tucci, joined by Kenneth Branagh, Justin Theroux, and Lucy Liu. Story catches us up with Andy as a successful award-winning journalist who nonetheless has just lost her job due to budget cuts and the general death of print media. Meanwhile, back at the Runway magazine, Miranda Priestly is in trouble after a misleading article was published, sort of skipping through the net of her editorial skills. To help solve the PR crisis, the owner of the magazine hires Andy back as an editor for the opinion pieces, leading to the resurrection of the old dynamics between the characters. So I've only ever seen the original Devil Wears Prada once when it first came out, and I was still a teenager. And the only thing I vaguely remember about it are some of the details of the film and the fact that I ended up enjoying it. I did not enjoy the sequel. I think it's boring, meandering, and generally lifeless, and even the best efforts of the amazing cast at reviving 20-year-old character dynamics can't hide the fact that they're mostly just wandering from one scene to the next without too much of a general purpose. The strange thing is that there are some genuinely great ideas in here, but all of them are largely undermined by the flaws. So the film raises some interesting, if depressing, points about corporate meddling and the ghoulish nature of consulting firms. It laments the death of print media and similar death of respectable journalism. It mentions fashion brands becoming stupid wealth symbols without necessarily connecting to quality or actual style anymore. But all of that gets lost in the vapid, directionless scenes of the fashion runways, beautiful mansions, expensive hotels, and also a deus ex machina ending that magically saves the day. There is some good acting, but it doesn't matter much because the film insists on resetting the old character dynamics and essentially having a redo of the previous film, ignoring the fact that Andy, with her 20 years of journalist experience, would probably now be a completely different person, definitely much more capable and confident. There is some solid humor here and there, but then it's immediately undercut by the film's lack of respect towards the audience and the script literally explaining everything in dialogue, including the jokes. The absolute lowest point for me was when the Jeff Bezos insert billionaire character talks about going with a rocket not to the moon, not to Mars, but to the surface of the sun, and calling the rocket Icarus. Solid joke about how the guy is extremely dumb, but this is immediately followed by Emily Blunt saying to him, "No, you can't do that. Icarus is the guy who flew too close to the sun." And my smile just instantly deflated. I was like, really? Are we at the point where we need to explain this kind of stuff now? And the film is like that for most of its runtime. There's nothing for the audience to infer or to connect the dots. It literally tells you every single thing. It also has scenes that are needlessly long. The Hamptons party serves no purpose aside from, I'm assuming, fashion cameos that I mostly didn't recognize. The phone calling montage towards the end makes no sense because, it turns out in the end that Andy was contacting Sasha, but at this point she already had direct contact with her. Why would she need to call all these people and take so much effort and time? And then it just refuses to end. I was waiting for the credits to roll, and that truly was the only moment that I was really happy with it. So yeah, I didn't like it at all. I do think it's a giant wasted opportunity because, as I said, the film is onto something thematically, but it just absolutely refuses to go anywhere interesting with the themes and social commentary that it sets up for itself. So yeah, pretty much a disappointment and a film to avoid.